dairy industry dates back to almost 140 years ago. In 1881, the first Jersey cows were imported, followed by Ayrshires in 1893 and Guernsey cows in 1923. The first Holsteins were registered in 1906. The dairy industry has grown to one of the largest agricultural industries in the country, with more than 1,200 dairy farms employing 30,000 people, producing more than 3 billion litres of milk from about 600,000 lactating cows per year. The Milk Producers Organisation is a leading producer organisation representing the dairy farmers in South Africa. The vision of the MPO is supported by its 3 strategic pillars of sustainability, namely profitability, people, and planet, the 3 Ps. We strive to enhance the profitability, sustainability, and competitiveness of the primary dairy industry by supporting the dairy farmers to not only focus on key areas that make a difference to the economic performance of their dairy farms, but also to address their responsibilities both inside and beyond the farm gate. The main aim of the MPO is to enable the sector to be best positioned to operate successfully in the future. Dr. Chris van Dijk, a veterinary specialist in bovine herd health, is the executive head of the MPO. Barbara Beelt heads the MPO department charged with stewardship and regulatory issues. She holds an honours degree in business economics. Bertus van Heerden holds a master's degree in agricultural economics and heads the division that aims to influence the current and future business environment to maintain and bolster a robust and vibrant dairy farming industry with domestic and international growth opportunities. The MPO Training Institute focuses on transformation, training, and services to commercial and developing farmers, and is fully committed to the MPO's strategic vision of sustainable dairy farming for all. The Institute is managed by Helene Pfeiffer, who has an honours degree in industrial psychology and an MBA. Philip Swart is in charge of member services. He has a master's degree in nutrition. Leah Patter holds a BSc degree in plant and animal science and heads AgriConnect that publishes customized magazines on behalf of the Red Meat Producers Organisation, the National Wool Growers Association, and Cotton SA. And then we publish the Dairy Mail on behalf of the Milk Producers Organisation. And that is where I fit in as the editor of the magazine and the public relations manager for the MPO. The organised dairy industry, globally and locally, is a highly structured organisation, regulating and supporting and promoting the sector. The International Dairy Federation represents the global dairy sector and ensures that the best scientific expertise is used to support the provision of high quality and nutritious, safe and sustainable dairy products. The International Farm Comparison Network is a leading global knowledge organisation in milk production, milk prices, and other topics related to dairy economics, ensuring comparability between countries and providing a global picture. Taking a closer look at the South African structure, there are a number of technical organizations that you will most probably hear from or meet today. They include the Animal Feed Manufacturers Association, the South African Society of Animal Science, the South African Veterinary Association, the Ruminant Veterinary Association of South Africa, the South African Animal Health Association, and the South African Council for Natural Scientific Professions in South Africa. Within the milk industry, similarly to the MPO, who represent the voice of the primary dairy industry, there is also a representative structure for the secondary dairy industry, namely the South African Milk Processors Organisation, or SAMPRO. Collectively, they form Milk SA as instrument to address common interests and has the objectives of dairy consumer education, empowerment, collection, processing, evaluation, and distribution of industry information, quality improvement, research and development, and the South African Trade Dispensation. Then there is a support structure, Dairy Standards Agency, that is a registered non-profit company with the primary objective of promoting compliance of milk and other dairy products with product consumption, food safety, and metrology standards. Last but not least, we have the South African Society of Dairy Technology, a support structure who promotes and encourages technological and scientific advancement. Industry-related projects regarding influences on the South African dairy industry are outsourced to the various academic tertiary institutions, and independent bodies such as Agri-Market Trends and the Bureau for Food and Agricultural Policy specializes in analysis and forecasting market information that supports the industry to make informed decisions. The final tier of support services includes stewardship platforms. The National Animal Health Forum is a private-public partnership aimed at improved veterinary services and compliance with animal health standards. And the Livestock Welfare Coordinating Committee take proactive steps to ensure the humane and responsible handling of livestock. The Worldwide Fund for Nature works to protect our natural resources so that we can continue to benefit from food, energy, and fresh water. And then there is the South African Bureau of Standards.
My name is Sandra Burning. I'm from Springvale Farm. We are in between Rosetta and Nottingham Road in the KZN Midlands. I started at Springvale in 2007, and before that I grew up in the Free State on a small mixed farming enterprise in a little town called Verkeerdevlei. Springvale has got about 850 milking cows. We seasonal calving, we calve in autumn as well as in spring. We aim for plus 6,000 litre lactation. We are a pasture-based system. We have got mixed pastures. We do have silage in winter, but our main aim is to feed as much mixed pasture grass to our cows as possible. I think we live in the most beautiful part, and I've got the most awesome job working out in this office every day. I can't think of anywhere else in the world I would rather be. I think our biggest achievement at Springvale is early on in 2008, we decided to farm with nature. Both James and myself is big nature lovers. So the better the soil, the better the grass, the better the grass, the better the cow, the better the cow, the better our milk production is going to be. So I think that is our biggest achievement here at Springvale. Stewardship, especially in the times we are living right now, is very important. We've only got one earth, so we have to look after our resources. Being water is most probably our biggest challenge at the moment. So for us to look after water means to look after the soil, means to look after the environment, the cows, and also the wildlife that we share Springvale with. So stewardship makes you just look at nature and the things that needs to help us to farm sustainable. Springvale has been for many years a no-till farming enterprise. We use no-till planting. We also don't use any insecticides or pesticides. Springvale has donated a big piece of land, about 55 hectares, to the Crane and Orrery Foundation for the survival of the cranes, especially the wattle cranes and the Orreries. Between myself and James and our 3 managers and our 19 employees on the farm, it all is to do about teamwork. This is a marathon not one person can run. I believe in educating my staff and giving them plenty of courses during the year. So we get some specialized people in, the vets, the cleaning companies, to come and do some courses with our staff. So I believe in education as one of the most important parts on a farm that we cannot neglect.
Sandra Burning was our MPO Nedbank Stewardship Awards winner of 2019. The Stewardship Awards is simply one example of projects to create a positive industry culture and where the MPO assists dairy farmers in becoming responsible stewards of product integrity, the environment, animal welfare, and social responsibilities by providing them with information and practical advice through interaction with government and other role players. The MPO Training Institute provides nationwide on-farm training through skills development programs and the dairy occupational qualification. The skills development programs are agri-seated unit standard-based accredited and presented on-farm to farm workers of commercial and developing farmers in dairy production, tractor maintenance, inspecting animal health, administering livestock processing treatments, artificial insemination, animal husbandry, preventing and treating animal disease, occupational health and safety, socio-economic empowerment, implementing animal health and biosecurity, and observing and handling animals, to name but a few. The dairy occupational qualification curriculum consists of 3 levels: dairy farm worker, dairy farm supervisor, and dairy herd manager. And the curriculum covers the South African dairy farming environment, milk harvesting and impala processing, dairy calf and heifer rearing, dairy animal production, dairy livestock feeding, team leadership, dairy animal healthcare, biosecurity management, dairy production management, pasture management, reproduction management, and finally financial management. The MPO is first and foremost a member organization and member-centric focus. We organize a variety of activities across the country aimed at stimulating member participation and imparting the latest information to our members. Each of the regions are well represented by one or more local MPO director and a regional coordinator, and each team decides on the best approach for their region. Ilse Yichu was born with a love for farming. Her children are the 5th generation of the family farm in the Northwest Province. She worked as a marketer at AgriCareerConnect for 5 years before joining the Eastern Cape team. Clariska Strydom obtained her BSc degree in animal science from the University of Pretoria, and she was appointed as regional manager in the Western Cape. Clariska grew up in the bushveld where she farmed with sheep and goats and beef cattle with her father during her studies. Benita Olofsen has been with the MPO since 2012. She's responsible for the Northern Production Area, which was finally merged under one management in 2020 and includes the Northern Cape, Free State, Northwest, Gauteng, Mpumalanga, and Limpopo. Caroline Estreisen is a qualified ecologist with a master's degree in nature conservation and game farm management and a degree in small business management. She has completed her qualifications as a wildlife guide in Big 5 game reserves and has extensive experience in the tourism industry. She's lived and worked in Madikwe Game Reserve in the Northwest Province for 16 years and moved to KwaZulu-Natal in 2017 to farm avocados with her fiancé in the Winterskloof. And then she joined the KwaZulu-Natal's team. Regional activities include annual silage days, roadshows across the country, farmers' days, the annual National Congress, and the South African Large Herds Conference every 2nd year. Please do not miss out. Our annual National Congress is virtual this year, and it's happening on the 4th of November, and you can register to reserve your seat by contacting Julie McLachlan on julie@mpo.co.za. AgriConnect and the Dairy Mail are full-service media and publishing companies based under one roof in Pretoria. For more than 26 years, we have helped our clients communicate with clarity and integrity. Our dedicated team specializes in presenting technical and scientific information in a way that our collective audiences can understand and, more importantly, want to read. That is why we are the trusted and authoritative communication partners of several agricultural and producer organizations. We publish customized magazines on behalf of the MPO, the RPO, the NWGA, and Cotton SA, and other agricultural entities, sent directly to our farmers. The digital editions are available at agriconnect.co.za, and we produce promotional material like pamphlets, posters, catalogs, brochures, banners, annual reports, calendars, congress and research papers, printed and electronic newsletters, magazines, coffee table books, learning material for tertiary institutions, educational publications, study guides, and training manuals. During the first 40 days of the national COVID-19 lockdown, we also launched the Dairy Mail magazine as a progressive web app, and anyone can sign up by simply typing dairymail #app.co.za into your device web browser and saving the app to your home screen for easy future reference. There are so many facets of our business that I can expand on, but let me leave you with one last thought.